Grand Central Station, how can I help you, sir, ma'am?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, we're calling to reach you about your car's extended warranty. How you doing, brother? He was like, "Wait, hang up!
I'm gonna hang up on this."
It's the Four Brothas podcast, man.
Hey, if you'd have given him an Indian voice, he was all done. Hanging up.
We got Pat Sullivan on the line with Four Brothas. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, good.
Same old. We just started talking about TCL. Excited to have Boston Butchers back.
Yeah. We're super excited, man. We got a lot to prove this year. Felt like we were the best team in the league last year, and kind of got a little bit of a raw deal there at the end. But putting that all behind us in the past, I felt like if we were a full roster for the semifinals, we probably would have put a whooping on Philly. But we get our sights set on retribution this year, and it starts this Friday against New York because they came into Boston last year and left with a win. So sour taste for almost a full year, and I know the team's ready and they're gonna rip it up on Friday.
Yeah, rivalries are good. We like that.
Yeah, and what's fun about this concept is it's not just a one-on-one rivalry. So many times in the sport of boxing, you get really, really great fight, and whoever wins that fight might not always want to do the rematch. But in this concept, there's so many opportunities for that, and we had some great battles last year against New York. We had a great fight against Los Angeles that ended in a draw. Obviously, both Philadelphia matches came down to the final round. And what's cool is there's always going to be hopefully another season where you can do it again and run it back. And there'll be some rematches which will be great. Like against New York, Mike Fontanez fought Lasha Gugliano twice, and they both won a round. And now they're going to go at it again twice this Friday. So that's what's really exciting about this kind of league is that essentially Mike and Lasha are going to fight 4 times. And you'll never get that in professional boxing. But this creates that opportunity for a total rivalry, which is completely new to the sport, and hopefully that's really what catches on.
How many people we have returning? Like some of the big names that are returning.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the same names from last year. Some new fighters that we're excited about, but we got Rashidi Ellis is back. He was named the most exciting fighter in the league last year. Yeah, Amelia Moore, she was the rookie of the year last year. She's 2-0 as a pro now, already ranked in the top 5 in the world as a female boxer. She's coming back. Mike Fontanez, Steve Sumter. We got Elijah Peugeot came back. Irvin Gonzalez, C.V. Coleman. We're pretty stacked. Laurent Humes. Feels like we're right at the right opportunity to make some noise, and we got some fun newcomers too. Both Steve Sumter, who is coming back, but now he brought his brother with him too, a heavyweight, Quentin Sumter. So that's exciting.
Oh, shit.
Miguel Teao is back. He created a lot of noise towards the end of the season, and we stocked up on our female ranks. We've got Isabella Vasquez from Florida. She fought for us in the playoffs. She can really fight. She could be the difference maker for us this year. And we signed Camila Panada, who is from Italy /Mexico /Florida. Everywhere. And she's one hell of a fighter. So we're really excited. Oh, and Abraham Nova. We signed Abraham Nova to join the team this year.
Nice.
Everyone knows Abe. So yeah, I think between between those fighters, I think we've got maybe the best roster in the league, and I'm just waiting for Big Six Jason to tell me that he's out of retirement to join the heavyweight ranks, and then I know we're going for it.
Listen, I've thought about it. Then I tried to put myself to a little light training camp on my own. Try to do a little running, a little all that. Man, fuck that.
Listen, call Netflix and we're in. We're in. Call Netflix.
yeah, there gotta be something. There gotta be something like that because my body hurt too bad.
That's 2 fights. You got to fight yourself too.
Yeah, skill wise wouldn't be a problem, but
we'll get him on the juice.
Trying to get right. Yeah, do they drug test?
We'll call Jake Paul up real quick.
Do some HGH or something. Yeah. I can heal up.
You know what, Six? I'm actually curious about your thoughts on this. So, with the heavyweights that we've faced in the league, and I know you came to most of the matches last year, there was some fighters who were not big name heavyweights, but a fight like this where you can really let it all go in just that one round, and you don't have to worry about reserving your energy, and you get 3 minutes. Maybe you're a big puncher, but you don't have great endurance. Like I think that this league is made for so many different style of fighters, but I felt like last year the fighters who really made a name for themselves, especially as heavyweight, were guys who just knew you've got 3 minutes to just let it all go. And I think it creates a whole new desire for a different style of athlete.
Yeah, it was good to watch, but some of them guys were painful to watch also, because I'm saying to myself, what the hell is going on?
Thank God it's one round.
I'm glad it's one round. Like some of these guys just, I know it's be busy and go out there, but they forget there's punches coming back.
Yeah, they go straight shootout.
I liked our big guy. What the hell's his name? What's his name? Skyler?
Yeah, we had Skyler Lee.
Yeah, I liked him. He was real awkward, big guy. He know how to fight, tough, and will piss you off too. I like him.
Yeah, he's not doing TCL this year, but he's one of those fighters who may not go out there and knock a fighter out, but he's gonna certainly frustrate the other fighter and almost lull him into a point where Skyler's gonna win the round, because the other fighter's gonna take chances they probably wouldn't take in a normal 8-10 round fight. And I forgot to mention too, we got Kino Luna back too. Kino was one of our best fighters last year. He was a guy who didn't matter whether it was he was losing the first 2.5 minutes of the round or if he was winning, he always, those last 30 seconds of his fight were always the most exciting 30 seconds of the entire match. So we're super excited that he's back, because he's really, really fun to watch, and he's gonna be one of the leaders on the team this year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he's super gritty. Just unfortunate Alejandro can't be on, because that's right there that made my day. Every time I go to watch him fight. Yeah. Alejandro was the best fighter in the league last year. He went from a guy that everybody was watching out for to a guy that everybody was trying to avoid at the end, and that's he was an all-star. He was definitely the best fighter in the league. But Alejandro's got a big future ahead of him in the sport. He's going to be a world champion. So, I'm pretty confident in the next 3, 4, 5 years that we're going to look back on that original Boston Butchers roster, and there's going to be at least 2 or 3 world champions on there. That'll be dope. That'll be dope.
Definitely.
Are there any changes to the format? Because I know one thing I noticed last time was if someone had to do a rematch and they felt like they were going to get knocked out, they were actually saying they were injured, like pulling up and losing the 1 point instead of 2 points. Like maybe if you get injured, that should be worth 2 points.
So this year, there were some. There were some times where we felt like that could have been the situation. Yeah. I think what it is this year is a doctor certainly has to look at the fighter, because all the fighters do a post-fight or post-round. They see the doctor, and if the doctor feels you can't continue, then that's a different scenario than if you just say you can't continue.
Yeah.
So I think if the doctor says, fighter broke his hand or fighter broke his nose or something and can't continue, we're trying to build something into the league this year where there's alternate money round fights so that there are still 24 rounds. Because the thing that's really exciting about this year that is totally different than last year, going back to season 2, the only way to watch this was either on the league subscription Brawl Pass, or towards the end of the season, half the matches were on DAZN. This year, 100% of all the fights are going to be on Merit TV. And Merit is a network owned by Dr. Phil and Steve Harvey.
I was going to say that.
They have put a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of time and focus into building this up. So you guys remember the old school Contender days when Peter and Gary fought, Peter Manfredo and Gary Vallotto fought, where it wasn't just, here's the fights, watch the fights, and we'll call the action. It's a lot of build up. This is what makes the sport so great, because you get to see all the fighters, their background. They're going to focus a lot on the team concept. I think one thing the league didn't do a great job on in the first 2 seasons was focusing on that team concept, because you have fighters from all different cities and representing, their own cities, but there was no this is what makes Boston so special. This is what makes Chicago. So it was all just, here's 24 fighters against 24. And that was it. But I could tell you that Boston had such a tighter knit group than every other team in the league that even all the uppers at TCL said that we were the best team, not wins or losses or knockouts, but just actual team, family, camaraderie in the league, because, it all starts with the coaches and the leaders of the team. But we took a lot of pride in that. And I think you're going to see a lot of that through the production of Merit, that you're going to see the training, you're going to see what goes into the matchups. When we travel, you're going to see how everybody travels together, and, on the road, everyone eats together and goes for jogs and works out together. If somebody's struggling to miss weight, then everybody's jogging in the heat together to try to make sure that we everybody, makes the weight. And that's going to be what I think Merritt's really going to focus on is the behind the scenes action of boxing. Because, I mean, you can go on YouTube 24 hours a day and you can watch whatever boxing fight you want, right? So you can't put that on Merritt because that's not a boxing channel. That's not a sports channel. So to separate that from everything else is they want people who might be watching Dr. Phil or one of the shows that he produces. And then all of a sudden you see, oh, coming up next, check out Rashidi Ellis. He just had a baby. Now he's fighting. And then they'll show him at home with his newborn. They'll show him going to training and they'll show him with the team. So somebody who doesn't watch boxing might see that and say, wow, I didn't know boxers were this cool. Like I want to root for this. I'm going to watch this. Because the average person who doesn't watch boxing, their perception is Mike Tyson or Jake Paul. And there's so many, those are two extremes, right? And there's so many more people in between that have fascinating stories and are great people and have jobs and families and, you know, are leaders of the community. And Merritt's really going to focus on that, which is what really has me excited is developing the character behind the actual boxer. Because, you know, like Rashid is a perfect example. You don't want to fight him, right? You don't want to get punched in the face by him. But he's the coolest guy out of the ring, and he's so nice and he's so innocent and humble. But you don't see that when you tune in just to watch a boxing fight. You just see him going in the ring and throwing a million punches, right? So I'm hoping that that's what Merritt does is shows behind the scenes that can really get people to tune into boxing and realize people aren't just all Mike Tyson. They aren't just going in there just to rip each other's heads off, and that's what they like out of the ring. There's a whole lot more to it.
So they're going to try to build like a little 24/7 all access type of thing on YouTube.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of that. A lot of personalities they're going to show. A lot of, you know, what it takes to put a team together, to be a team, to train as a team. So it all starts. We're super fortunate and happy that we're the very first fight on Merritt coming up this Friday at Foxwoods. They've never done a show before. They're going to do the entire season, but TCL selected us to host the very first match because they know that Boston, New York is going to be a banger, but they also know that Boston has the best fans in boxing. They know that we're going to have the place, you know, full. The energy is going to be crazy. That we're going to have an awesome atmosphere to really show out on Merritt. So people who do watch, you're going to watch this thing and feel like you're watching a show and, you know, a big time world title fight in Vegas, right? It's going to be so many people there yelling and cheering. Great crowd, great energy, great casino. You know, of course, for the Boston Butchers, but we're fighting in Connecticut because the first event we want to do really big. And Foxwoods is the place to be, and you know we're excited. We're gonna put on a hell of a show Friday night.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so that's this Friday coming up. First show, right? April 4th?
First show, yeah, kicking it off in style, and right after we start, the league just goes. It goes from now until the end of June. We fight 8 times in 16 weeks, so every other week, and the league has a match every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Merritt. So. This Friday we fight. Saturday I think is just the first off day of the season and the only off Saturday of the season. And then Sunday they have the premiere of the Nashville team against Atlanta. And then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday the rest of the year. So it's nonstop for TCL. But you know, we're looking to set the standard on what it means not just to fight, but to have the energy at home and the crowd and the fans. And there's musical elements to all the fights this year. There's a performer out of Nashville. His name's Struggle Jennings. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's a pretty popular country rapper, actually, and he's going to be performing throughout the course of the night on Friday as well. So, you know, tickets are super affordable. They're on sale now, and anybody who comes will get a concert before the fight, during the fight, in between the rounds, after the fight. So it's going to just be a party from the first punch to the last.
All right. How can they reach out to get tickets?
TeamCombatLeague.com. They're exclusively on the TCL website. So TeamCombatLeague.com. Foxwoods has a link on their website if that's easy to remember, but super easy to get. You know, they'll you know, they're going pretty good, but there'll be tickets available this week. And like I said, I think $50 gets you in the door, and then you can not only just see awesome fights in a rivalry, Boston and New York, but you get to see a concert. And then anybody coming to the fights, showing their ticket after at Shrine, which of course is the hottest nightclub around, gets free entry to the party with the TCL celebrities, VIPs. From what I'm told, is TCL is really showing out for the first show. They get a bunch of celebrities and athletes and musicians coming down for the first event as a VIP. So it's going to be a big one.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to that.
Look forward to it.
And the FourBrothas are going to be there. So why would anybody not want to be there?
Good luck.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be up in there. Oh, I know I am.
All right, Pat, man, you're pretty good at this thing. You answered every question we had. We didn't even have to ask them all. So go ahead and let you go. And, man, we're excited. We can't wait to see you Friday.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. Anybody looking to go, we'll be there. We're going to put on a show and start the season off right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you Friday.
All right,
sir.
See you. Thank you.
Later.
Shit, he got me hyped.
He was running down, too.
He got me hyped and ready to go myself. Shit.
I got work the next morning. I gotta figure this out.
Oh, man, I did too.
The next morning.
And it's at Foxwoods, huh? Man.
Talking about after.
No, I got work that midnight. I'm gonna have to drop a comp day on that Saturday.
Oh, no.
I might have to.
I gotta comp out. I gotta comp out on Saturday.
Do you guys make less money when you do your paid time off? No.
Cyberbullying.
You're not. Yeah, no, you're not.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Stop.
Don't
You're
forget to
not.
watch the fight on Friday. 8:00, Foxwoods, Team Combat League, Boston Butchers against the New York.
No, you're not.
Don't forget to
No, you're not.
Tides.
No, you're not.
Oh, shit.
Roll Tide.
All right, fam.
All right, peace.
What more do you want from me?
Money coming, money go. I've been at it. Back to the basics, been a lot of things, but I never been basic. Run around bases, came from the basement, never been shameless. So I got stay in the streets, get dangerous, so I might bang it. Don't like hanging unless you family, please don't claim it. Like what you claiming, what you saying, what you bout and what you need. I'm at the house, ain't at the club. I'm really chilling with my seed. I love my poppy, put me on. I'm really chilling with OGs. Don't test my gangster, think I'm bitch made. We gon' fuck
Tryna be here for a while on a good time, but we ain't stressed out, just good wine. When I look in the mirror, yeah, I look fine. Good people, times, and good wine. Good wine, good wine, good wine, good wine. Tryna be here for a while on a good time, but we ain't stressed out, just good wine. When I look in the mirror, yeah, I look fine. Good people.